use an online platform called Canvas, which some of you might have used previously at university. I know there's quite a few universities that do now use Canvas. It's quite intuitive, and it's a nice platform in the sense that you've got everything that you need in one place. So I'm not going to show you everything on here because there is quite a lot, but hopefully what you can see down your left-hand side here is that you've got an option for courses. So that takes you into each of the different modules that you study. So your introduction to law, your contract, your crime, etc. You've got a calendar, which will show you all of the different appointments that you've got each week. So that's a nice, useful tool. Also has your assessment dates on there, which I know students find particularly helpful. And you've also got an inbox, which is how supervisors will communicate with you and how you'll communicate with us. So all you have to do is log into this one place and everything is there for you. You've got your calendar, you've got your courses, and you've got your inbox. You can link up your inbox to your personal account so that you don't have to log in. But if you're logged in anyway, it's there, makes it quite easy. When you go into each of your modules, what we will say to you at the start of the course is that you have independent learning for each subject and it is directed. And one of the questions we tend to get from students is, well, what does directed mean? What am I actually going to see when I go into Canvas? So what you can see on the screen here is the instructions that you would have for a workshop. So this just happens to be workshop 1 of tort. Workshop 1 of tort focuses on personal injury, which you can see in the little tab bit on the browser there. The first thing that we tell you is how long we think it will take you to prepare for this particular session. So we estimate it's about 18 hours. If you were studying on a full-time basis, you would have 2 workshops per week. So that's around about 36 hours of preparation plus 2 2-hour workshops. If you were studying part-time, it's 1 workshop per week. So 18 hours of preparation plus 2 hours of a workshop. Okay. We then have a whole series of different activities that you would work through. And what we would always suggest to students is that you go through these in order. We have popped them on here in a specific order that we think will help you in terms of preparation. And it is quite straightforward as you work through. So the first thing that you're told is to look at some different media items. So those are little podcasts that you listen to. They have got transcripts as well for anyone who doesn't like or finds it quite difficult to listen to information. So you'd work through those. You then have a case study that you will have a look at. So you're given a particular legal problem to consider. And what we would then ask you to do is complete a template that looks at things like who the parties are, what the key facts are, what the legal issues are, and what sorts of research questions you come up with as a result of those things. Okay, so you'd click through to your case study, that will open up in a new window, and you would click through to the template that we get you to complete. Again, opens up as a Word document. What you will then have is very directed reading. So we have a manual that you've got a PDF version, so a soft copy. You'll also have a hard copy sent to you. We tell you which bits of that manual to read. We might also give you some other secondary sources. So here we've got an article that's available on Practical Law. And as you can see, you would just click on that link, opens in a new window. We've got part of a statute for you to look at. So you'd click on that, again, relevant bit's going to open for you, and also some guidelines on assessing damages, which again, you click on that and it opens up for you. As we go through, you're then given guidance on what parts of your template to complete. And then we move on to the second part of your preparation, which is an issues template looking at an academic sort of wider academic point. And again, same thing here, you've got links to each of the resources that you need. So what you will find when you're studying using Canvas is that you just need to work through each of those activities in turn. Everything that you need is there. You don't need to have an additional textbook. You don't need to have, you don't need to go away and find cases. We've linked them all for you, and we'll tell you, for example, which paragraphs you need to have a look at in particular. Okay, so anytime that you're looking at a particular workshop, you've got very directed reading to complete. It is independent, but we tell you exactly what you need to do at each step of that process, so that although you are learning independently, you are guided through that process.